I'm Gabby Lamb.
And I'm Harper-Rose Drummond.
And you're listening to Tea Time, where we talk about the nastiest, dirtiest,
naughtiest, wildest secrets.
Enjoy. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast. I am your host, Mitch McConnell.
And it's your other host, me, Mitch McConnell's mole. Doesn't matter which mole, he has a lot.
So the thing about the Mitch McConnell thing is that my friend, one of my good friends who watches our podcast, she was like, how come the only person you consistently think of is Mitch McConnell? And I was like, that's a great question.
Look, everyone has fans.
Got him on the brain.
Everyone has fans, and your Mitch's
got Big M on the mind.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Hold on. I want to cover a few things.
Yeah.
First of all, I realize that this combination of socks, pants, and shoes looks like Larry David. So it is giving Larry David.
No, you honestly look like Kim Possible.
Okay, Lee.
Okay, so you're okay. Just triggered me.
Okay, because
you know
that
why? I'm not. No. Because I'm trying really hard to not be a ferocious fire cunt, and I'm just letting you know right now. If I hear one more, okay, it's not gonna be good.
You want to know why? Because here's the other thing. He said okay because it's like he wanted to say something about my outfit.
No, I didn't.
You did.
Okay,
no,
you
it registered. Because
well, then why was it not
registered.
okay? Why was it?
Okay. It was like okay. Like he had something else to say about it that was about to be negative. He was about to rate us down.
It was, you know what it was just now? It was as if someone just turned on the fucking oven or the fucking stovetop. Yes, to like all the way up, and the flames of my temper just completely ignited. But you know what?
Yeah,
we're not gonna go to level 10 right now. We're gonna bring it back down to a simmer.
All right.
Welcome back to another episode where
welcome back. Welcome.
I did my makeup at home thinking it looked cute in the mirror. I'm gonna look at this episode when it comes out and think makeup looks too heavy. And
it's your fucking
weird.
Eyelashes, because your eyelashes are so prominent, and I think that's what makes it look so dark. Because you don't even have that much makeup on right now.
I don't have that much makeup on.
It's the eyelashes, and they look good. But
okay.
You're in a mood. I'm actually already over it. But here's the thing.
I am in a mood.
On Patreon, Lee did rate us. We were talking about what we would give each other as ratings. And Lee said, as he had a barf bag to his face, you guys can check the Patreon, and I'm not fucking lying. He had a barf bag up to his face, and he goes, I guess I would rate you guys maybe a 7. And I was like, okay, try to keep it in. And he said a low 7. Now
he gave us low 7s.
He gave us low 7.
And then he said, you know what? I take it back. I give everybody a 5.
Yeah, he goes, every woman I've ever seen, 5. Well, you know what? That's a good way to get your fucking car egged, your tires flattened.
Yeah, and guess what? And Amber heard it in your fucking bed, which means I'm going to take a shit in your pillow.
You know what? Take me to court, because I'm shitting in that bed before we fucking leave here. And I'll shit in the number 5. How about that?
What's the number 5?
Okay, I can't. What?
What's the number 5?
Our fucking rating, I guess. Because Lee, he knocked it down. He gave us 7s, and then he said, actually, me thinks I'm looking at 2 5s. Okay, well, all I'm hearing is 110. So here we
that's
go.
also what I'm hearing too.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. We got coffee on the way here. I gotta say, I am not enjoying my coffee.
Well, here's the thing. You literally push it all the way away from you.
The coffee could be farther away from me.
Do you want to try my matcha? My matcha's really good.
I don't want to try it. Yeah.
Okay, I'll try yours. Ooh, hoo-wee.
This matcha is actually very nice.
And I see why you don't like this, but I don't mind it. So if you want to just finish that, I'll do yours.
This matcha is very nice.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
It's a matcha with vanilla.
It's a matcha with vanilla?
Mm-hmm.
I know that you don't like coffee, so we can switch back.
Okay, Honk. But I don't want it for you.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to take it from my Honk.
Okay, Honk. But I'm just letting
Lee,
you know.
Do you want mine?
Lee, you would hate it.
No.
Do you want black?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Lee doesn't like any cream in his.
I know.
And
harsh and bitter.
The coffee it's got a weird taste to it. I think it's just late in the day.
He said, when it's
Lee, here's
when
the
it's
thing.
after 10 a.m.
You don't know anything about my palate. So you trying to make assumptions about how the coffee tastes to me? You don't know.
Do you like how we were? Okay, wait, y'all. Okay, for those of y'all listening, we were just sitting here in more or less silence, and Lee was setting up everything. He's going around. He's making sure everything's perfect. He sits down, and then the second we start talking, it's like, pow, 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 pow.
Wait, I saw the craziest fucking like political campaign today. It's for a black Republican, and his whole campaign commercial, it was like about how, you know, we need AK-47s to defend, you know, so the black community can defend themselves from the KKK. And he is just like, you know, he's like, how else are we going to get rid of them? And he like whips out this big AK-47 and he's like shooting all of the KKK members.
Sounds liberal to me.
What a fucking insane, like, mind fuck.
That is jarring.
It is jarring. No, and he called the Nazis, he called them the Democrat Nazis. He said, we got to shoot all the liberal Nazis.
What's it called? Antifa?
No, just KKK.
Okay.
Not
gorge.
Antifa, honk.
Okay.
No, they were specifically wearing.
Well, you said liberal Nazis, and I thought that's what the other...
he was calling the Nazis liberals.
Oh, okay.
Honk, they were in their white capes.
Okay.
So they were liberal Nazis. They're not Antifa.
No, I picked that up the fourth time you said it, but thank you so much.
You didn't. You do the math.
No. So if we could just
because you didn't.
Hey guys, just hold on. We're gonna have to do 15 more laps on this. So Gab, what were they wearing?
Yeah, so I'll tell you.
Yeah, tell me.
They were wearing their white cloaks.
Okay.
And they were Nazis.
You got to tell your friends to mix up their look.
Oh.
That was pretty funny. That was actually pretty funny.
Here's why I'm laughing. I'm laughing because
we have the same friends. Because we have the same fucking friends. Okay.
Well, here's the thing. I literally only have one friend, and it's you. But here's the thing. Okay, that's pretty fucking crazy. It was right after the shooting in. Not in Georgia, in Texas. And
Which one, Uvalde?
Yes. And
Cute.
I was like checking a bunch of news. I was like watching CNN. I checked MSNBC, whatever the fuck. That's not even a real thing. Okay. Then I just checked
MSNBC.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, and I fucked it up. But then I wound up on Fox News. I just like to like venture out. I like to look around.
Yeah. You don't want to stay too in your own lane.
I like to,
because
I am so fucking uneducated. So I like to just listen to like what all the clowns have to say.
All the clowns.
Now here's the thing: you flip on any channel, they're all fucking yelling, and I just want everyone to know and this is coming from a fucking yeller. I'm not gonna fucking listen to you when you're yelling. But
I will say that Fox, the news reporters on Fox yell a little bit more than the ones on CNN.
100%.
Not to say the CNN ones aren't also
CNN, they just talk over each other.
Yeah.
So like, and then Michael, and I'm like, okay.
They're trying to out liberal each other.
Yeah, they are.
They're trying to out Democrat.
They do a good job. But on Fox, they were like, this is why. Do y'all see what happened in Texas? This is why every single
trans
teacher
people, and they blame it on. They're like, they all did it because of trans people.
Well, they do, but no, okay, honk. They were trying to say that that every single teacher. I think we might have even talked about this, but they were saying every single teacher needed a gun.
Yeah,
and I was just like, what could go wrong?
They said that. They said that.
Yeah, they did. The head of the sheriff department, the head of who the fuck knows, but and then the news anchor. They were all agreeing. They're like, yeah, see, if only liberals just knew that we were trying to protect them.
It's insane.
We all need to arm the teachers. And I'm like, don't stop there. Arm the preschoolers.
Arm the kids. Fuck it. Mm-hmm. It's so wildly insane.
Mm-hmm. Well, then you know what they say. They're also. I think this is also about Uvalde, but they were like, "This is why schools should just have one door. If there was just one door, there wouldn't be any shootings." And I'm like,
yeah, the one door thing is really funny.
It's so
one door.
One way in, one way out. Nothing can go wrong with that.
Really? This is like a proposition they're making.
Yes, this is a real thing that they're saying.
There's too many doors in schools.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Too many doors in schools.
See, I'm glad that you can see. Yeah, I was so grateful to be awakened to.
Not enough guns, too many doors.
Too many doors.
Yeah, no, you like load it up with guns.
Right.
You know what? And then after everyone's up, just kind of seal the door shut. And then when it comes time to leave, then you guys can blow open the door with your guns.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
all the kids take out the guns at the same time. They shoot open the cement door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway. Today's episode is advice you would give your younger self, which I feel like we've all got some things to say to our younger selves.
Yes.
Would you like to, I don't know, honk? What would you say to your younger self? Little honk.
To little honk?
What would you say to little honk?
Little honk was in so much pain. So I feel like I would just tell her to take a deep breath, just relax. And
no, it's pretty basic advice. Like,
just pretty basic advice. I would say don't stuff your, I would say on the first day of 6th grade, little honk,
Yeah.
please don't stuff your bra.
Did you stuff your bra on the first day of 6th grade?
And many days after that. Now, here's the thing. Some days I didn't want to. So some days I would come into school
Flat chested.
with fucking just, paper towel, because I was doing paper towel and tissue.
Weird.
Very weird. But I thought that the paper towels were bigger. It doesn't matter. I had a method.
Oh, no, paper towel. No, okay. No, I understand that though.
I was almost how you would say concave. I was like 2 boulders missing.
Right.
So I was like, well, we got to fix this. But sometimes I didn't want to fucking do that. But I think the best advice I could give myself was do not, or commit. If you're going to be a bra stuffer.
Why is that advice you would give why would you advise against that to your younger self? How did that affect you?
Because I was on the bus in 7th grade and I was walking and I had a little bit
You're making this up.
Nope. I had a little bit of toilet paper sticking out of my shirt. And this guy that made my life a living fucking hell got it.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And it was like a scene from like a fucking movie. Yeah, he got it and it came out of my fucking shirt. And then because he had loosened some, then some started falling down.
Yeah.
And
No.
I just remember just like a fucking tidal wave of laughter. And it was a pretty crowded bus. And then I had to sit down next to this guy who was also laughing at me. And it was hideous. And then
your
I started
tits had deflated.
well, only one of them had deflated.
Oh.
And the other one's still intact. The other one is scattered around, the carnage just scattered around the school bus floor.
Well, wouldn't they be fucking laughing now if they saw those goddamn honkers?
You'd be fucking laughing now.
Yeah, you would. You would be laughing. Lee, don't fucking look.
Don't fucking look,
You'd
Lee.
be laughing now if you saw those
Don't
big
look.
old fucking honkers.
Lee, stop drooling. I don't want any funny business right now. I'm trying to be vulnerable.
Okay, so that's like some
I would say
advice.
that. I would say, I don't know. I just always was convinced everyone hated me. And I just I was a very sad kid. So I feel like I would just, if I was going to give myself real advice, I think I would just say, you don't need to spend so much time being wrapped up in what other people think of you.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think the bra thing definitely comes before that. But then secondly, I would say, don't be so concerned with what everyone thinks of you, and looking stupid is not the end of the world.
Now I like that button, honk. I do like that button. Wouldn't you say that that's kind of like universal advice, is that we all stress out about what other people think of us, and then at some point in our life we're like, why did I spend so much time worrying? But then we still do it.
Then we still do. And it's funny because I feel like the advice I would give my younger self, I would also give, to little honk. I would also give it to big honk.
Right.
Because I still get wrapped and I still use certain things. I got a little too into, I think I was talking to you about this, but I got a little too into the final season of Stranger Things. And I was like, why am I taking this so seriously? I was like, oh, I'm dissociating from shit I should be doing. But I was afraid. So, yeah.
So the advice on that is don't watch TV?
The advice is lock yourself in a room. No books, no windows. No.
So what I'm hearing is basically
I need to be in a padded room.
Padded room.
A
Right.
padded room.
Solitary confinement.
You can use like books, movies, TV as like escapism to avoid, and even like with like dating and drinking and shit, you can use that as escapism instead of working on that script or writing a book or whatever the fuck your dreams are. And I definitely do that sometimes.
So you would give the advice you would give to yourself is like don't lean away from the things that you should be doing.
Lean in
to what
which
you're
also
afraid
comes
to
back
do.
into like being afraid to look stupid or being afraid of judgment.
Lean into what you're afraid to do. The thing that you're avoiding is what you should be doing.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid advice. That's pretty solid advice. I think the advice I would give myself, there's so many things I would say. But I think one of the number one things would be to have paid attention in school, like have taken school more seriously, and to not have made my entire world revolve around the male gaze. I spent so much time.
Well said.
I spent so much time trying to get guys to like me instead of, I guess you could say liking myself.
Yeah.
And, I wish I'd known that at an earlier age. I also wish, let's see. I also wish I wish I could tell myself, hey, don't have sex so young. That would be another thing. I would have been like, you can hold off.
But as we've discussed a few times on this podcast, it's not like you had sex with someone who was also your age. You had sex with someone who was much older than you. And so
he wasn't much older.
He was 85.
I don't know. There was so much focus on men and not actually paying attention in school.
Right. Or like when you're in school, I would do this sometimes where like in class and I'm like, come on, hurry up. Because then when I'm walking in the hallway, then I can see blank.
Oh, 100%.
Oh my God.
I focused so much on like what I wanted to look like. I still do too. It's that I was like vain from a very young age of like obsessed with like what I wanted to look like. And I would say, don't be so obsessed with that. And you could say the same thing for me now.
Interesting.
But I think that being addicted to vanity too is like another form of disassociation.
There's this book my brother was reading. It's really good. It's called Sadly Porn. And it talks all about like, not only
my
porn.
Pussy's itching, sorry.
Right on brand. It's your pussy. Lee, don't fucking look, Lee.
It's itching. Keep going. Sadly porn.
Are you wearing, you didn't wash those pants before you put them on?
That's not that.
Gabby got new pants from Crossroads, and you do this thing that's very feral. And I love you, but I'm just going to say, I do think it's very crazy that you get clothes from a thrift store and then you don't wash them.
Who does that? So they wash them before?
No.
That's why they have that. That's why thrift stores have that funk. It's all rando funk.
And now you're getting a yeast infection in real time. And I'm trying to protect that honk pussy, but
go on, honk.
I will honk. But here's the thing. I don't remember what I was saying, but I do remember
Obsession
it was going to be
with
good.
vanity, sadly porn.
Oh, right, this book. So he talks about ways that we think that we're treating ourselves, but we're actually basically like disrupting our focus.
That's interesting.
And
like
porn,
what?
Well, you can take porn. You can be like, I'm just jerking off. I'm just using it to feel good. But actually, you're using it as escapism. You're using it to avoid actual intimacy. You're using it in lieu, to a degree. You're using it. And you can do the same thing with shopping. Like, okay, if I always have a package, I'm very guilty of this. Like, okay, if I always have a package coming, I'm always
going to something to look forward to.
Always have something to look forward to, and I always get that hit. And the second you open it,
gone.
Maybe the second after you try it on, gone.
Gone.
It's been going on for years now, and I still to this day think like,
and every time you're like, this is going to be the one that ends. It's going to satiate my taste.
These shoes, I thought these shoes were going to cure everything. I put them on, and I was like, woo!
Yeah, they are really cute.
The depression is still there though, so now I'm just stomping around in my little sad shoes.
I know that's how it is.
But I am cute. I would rather be cute and sad than fugly and sad.
That's true. And you are cute and sad.
Thank you.
And it's the same thing with my tattoos. I'm like, well, because I think like if I get one, it's going to make me feel whole.
You know what? It's fun for me though, even when you get a tattoo.
Well, it's fun for me looking at those shoes.
So, okay. Well, then look, if you see guys, it's not all toxic.
There is also something to like, looking good, feeling good. Like when you feel like you look put together, it feels good.
It does feel good.
So there's one thing.
Oh my God. Over fucking quarantine, when you and I were in fucking like sweatpants every goddamn day and fucking like
everybody
spilling ketchup on our fucking tits or whatever the fuck. Like that was not, I didn't even like give a damn about changing.
I forget a lot of the time that like we went through that.
I feel like we kind of black it out.
We all spent at least an entire year in sweatpants.
Mm-hmm. Well, for those of you who like believed in COVID, yeah.
We spent a year in fucking sweatpants. Mm-hmm. I remember like finally.
You and I were starting to lose it at the end of that year.
Finally putting on an outfit and you're like, I just need to wear something out. Like I just need to wear something cute out. I just need to go out.
When I would go on like neighborhood walks towards the, I definitely was like looking like sloppy, but like when I was doing my little neighborhood walks, like towards the end, I would like I would beat my full face. I would fucking put on like the cutest clothes. And I'm like, I'm fucking going out.
And there's nothing open and I'm just going to strut.
Yeah. Yeah.
There were I had like 3 places that I went during quarantine that were like the 2 coffee shops that stayed open in Home State. Home State stayed open. I ate there every fucking day. You could say they kind of kept me alive.
You should write them a thank you.
I might do that.
Maybe we should prank. We'll prank call them.
Oh, also,
But I think that'll be better than a no.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Also, another advice I would give my younger self: fucking wear fucking sunscreen, bitch. I wish I had not spent so much time in the sun and picking my face. I wish I didn't fuck up my face skin so badly and not wear sunscreen.
That's a really good one. Well, also, I feel like skincare became. I don't think I'm wrong, but I think that skincare became way bigger. By when you and I were in that probably like our mid-20s.
Yeah.
I feel like no one gave a fuck. Everyone's like, oil it up, bitch. And then like people are like, actually don't do that.
I do remember my mom always being like, you're going to regret this. You're going to regret laying out in the sun. And I'd just be like, fuck you, bitch. At least I'm hot at 16. First of all, I wasn't even hot at 16. That's the thing. You always think you're like, yeah, but at least I look good now. Because nobody's going to want to fuck me when I'm 80.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's just like then you like just look like shit in your 20s and 30s and 40s.
But at least you're using a ton of sunscreen now.
So much. You can't catch
lathered
me
on.
fucking
And
dead.
y'all, don't forget the fucking hands, the neck, and the chest. Because everyone's on their face shit. But you got to do hands,
I have
neck,
to say
and
I
chest.
am guilty of that.
Hands, neck, and chest.
Okay, honk.
And face. I feel like I had one other thing.
I don't know. I guess I could say like save your money, but I'm also like, for what?
It's no secret that I am truly god awful wretched with money.
I
But
know.
all I know to be true is like I got some money today for my little new side job, and immediately I was like, let's go, but what am I gonna do? Not buy my honk a little treat?
Huh.
No.
No, you're not. You're not
No.
not going to do that. Should we get into the stories? Lee,
Yeah.
did you want to say anything about yourself? We sure glided over you.
That's okay. Mine would be take less Xanax.
Really?
Less Xanax.
Why?
Heroin still good. Xanax, let's lighten it up.
Yeah, don't. Xanax,
Really?
Xanax is a bad drug.
Well, yeah,
and
you time traveled essentially on fucking Xanax.
Yeah, it fucked me. It fucked my whole world up.
Really?
Yeah.
So Xanax above all.
Yep, Xanax above all.
Fuck.
It fucked my whole world up. It made me paranoid. It made me tense. It made me tense, and I didn't know why I was tense, and so then my mind went to paranoia, and I spent years thinking everybody hated me. I spent
There it
years
is.
thinking something was wrong with me, that there was something fundamentally wrong with me, and I like had to like shrivel and shrink and hide from the world. Yeah. Xanax
Wow.
when overdosed, Xanax is a terrible drug.
I don't want to sound stupid, but I also would like to ask a question. So here we go. Would Xanax be included in like the opioid crisis?
For sure. For sure.
I think so. I think it was overprescribed.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think it's been overprescribed, and it's definitely used hand in hand with opioids. I think it's a very. I think it can be used properly, but I think Ativan is better. I think low doses of something that lasts in your system a little bit longer.
Ativan seems to be.
Ativan is a little bit better. Klonopin is just too heavy, but it has that longer.
That's what I used to drink on at the Surly Goat.
So they're pretty much the same thing, but Klonopin has a longer half-life, so it stays in your system a little bit longer. Ativan has the shorter half-life.
I don't understand Xanax. I don't like it.
No.
Well, the problem with it is it's great while it works, but it leaves your system so quickly, and so you just need to keep taking it in order to stay at that perfect spot.
What
Or else
about
it fucks you up.
gabapentin?
Gabapentin is like Xanax light. It's nothing.
Oh, really?
I love my honks GABA.
I know. I do love my GABA.
just-
when I
GABA
need
dabba
it.
jing dong.
It just lowers your blood pressure. It's like it's not like prescribed for that, but it like just kind of.
But it is. It's an anti-seizure medication.
Yeah, it's like
Honk.
an anti.
I've taken your GABA.
It's like an anti-inflammatory. It just like eases you out. It really does nothing. I took it for a little while.
Did you?
Yeah, it
Just
does
like helps you
nothing.
relax, but
Yeah.
not in like a vegetable comatose state, which I feel like Xanax, it's so easy.
I
So
got
wild.
I had no effects from gabapentin. It did nothing to me.
What about? I don't understand. And I've prescribed beta blockers, but I still don't really understand what the fuck they do. I take it
Yeah.
before I
The
get on stage
Kardashians
sometimes.
love beta blockers.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I do too.
You're on your Kris Jenner shit.
I am on my Kris Jenner shit.
Yeah.
Kim got her BBL removed.
Excuse me.
We love beta blockers. Can we will you actually pull up a picture of Kim's butt without the BBL? Let's see this flat ass baby girl now. Do you think she did this because she got with Pete Davidson? And he was like, Pete Davidson, like skinny little white girls.
Also, she's 40 now, so maybe she's just like tired.
She's just done.
Well, also the girls, their BBLs were very big. It was cartoonishly big.
Yeah.
Now I'm all for like, if that's the look you want, that's the look you want. But I do think
I'm sure she didn't get it entirely removed. I'm sure she still has a nice ass.
She's in like here. She's in like loose pants. This is the one that's on Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
This is recent.
Yeah. So this is the one that's
triggered.
on Reddit. So.
Recent Kim K. Oh yeah, wow, it's so much smaller.
Yeah.
Wow, her ass used to be so big.
It was very bulbous, and now it's more natural looking.
Way better looking.
Okay, so apparently like Nikki Glaser got like flamed or some shit because all she did was comment on Kim Kardashian's body, and she was like, remember, as beautiful as she is, like this body is not physically attainable from just like eating right and working out. Like this is a surgically engineered body. And then like everyone started being like, oh, Nikki's coming for Kim. Oh, and Nikki's like, was I coming for her? Like I said that she's beautiful, but she's just not like, that's an
unrealistic body.
And that's a rich body. Like if you're
that's a rich body,
you get to choose how your body looks.
Wink, 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 wink,
and
wink, wink.
Hey, good for you.
And hey, guess what? I would do it too.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
I would too.
Yeah. What would you do?
Lee would get a BBL.
Lee would get a BBL.
You would get a honkin' BBL.
Yeah, he would.
And juicy milkers.
Yeah, so he could play with them himself.
Yeah.
What would you do if you could get any surgery?
Squirt out high C.
Stop.
I would redo my teeth and take the fat out of my gut.
Okay.
Lee, are you balding? Would you ever get hair plugs?
No, I'm not balding.
No, Lee's one of the only white men in the entire world that has a full head of hair.
I really do have a full head of hair.
Lucky.
But my favorite thing is to tell every man that they're balding.
Yeah, you do have good hair.
I'm really not balding.
You're not balding right now.
Hold on to that fucking hair, Lee, for as long as possible.
Yeah, because right now you're not balding, and that's good.
Right now you're not balding.
For right now, yeah.
My hairline doesn't recede.
Right now.
It doesn't.
I have like physically thin hair, so it falls out a little bit in the sink.
It looks.
You pick it up and you put it back on.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Hey guys, as you know, we do 4 extra episodes every month on Patreon, which is just $5 a month. But as of this episode, we're starting Patreon tiers.
New tiers, which means you pay a little bit of extra money for a lot of bit of extra content.
That's right. We are fucking bringing it to you. Lee, can I curse? I just did. Okay, yeah. So for our first extra tier, it's called the Honking Off. It's for $10 every month. You get everything you get in the $5 tier. Plus, we're going to start having an exclusive phone number, and you can call in and tell us your stories yourself. You can leave your story as a voicemail, and we'll listen and react on our Patreon episodes.
Love that.
And also, you get exclusive access to any recording that we do of a live show, which our live shows are pretty much the most fun in the world. So you're welcome. And also you have first access to any merch drops that we do, which stay tuned because it is coming soon.
Love to see it. And then next up, we've got a $20 honk tier, which is for the elites, for the rich, for the people who are the 1%ers, which is who we want listening to this podcast, only the 1%ers. Which means there are going to be merch discounts when we have merch. We love to see it. You're going to have an exclusive email address that gives your story priority. You can choose where we read your story and topic requests. We love that. We're always looking for topic requests. And if you want to pay for the $20 tier, please send us things that you would like to hear about, stories that interest you, blah, blah, blah. We love that. And you can do that in the $20 top tier honk. And you can live call on the show, which is pretty cool. We're going to set up a call with you on Patreon, and you can tell us a story, ask us questions, hang out, and be a part of the show. So it'll be like you're sitting here with us.
It honestly will be. You can sit right on our metaphorical laps. That's what I was trying to say. And yeah, so those are our new tiers, and I hope you guys like it.
Patreon.com/teatime42069.
Honk, honk. All right, should we get into the fucking stories?
Ooh, yeah, Hunky, you go first.
Yeah, okay, honk.
Okay, Honk.
This person sent in 2 stories, so I have the part 1 of the story, and you have the part 2.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. Growing up, I've always been a bit chunky. At my highest weight, I was over 200 pounds and only 5'2". After I moved for grad school, I met this guy on an app, and after we went on our first date, he told me he didn't feel comfortable dating a girl my shape. I was weirdly understanding. Also, that's really sad.
I know.
That's also really sad because it's like we have to like accept ourselves because we know that we're not
sorry. I didn't mean to disgust you with my body.
Yeah.
Like, oh
You're
my
right.
God.
I know that I'm not desirable.
And these fucking okay, just real quick, Honk.
Yeah, real quick.
These fucking dickhole asshole losers will be like, oh yeah, not the body for me, girl. And it's like, oh, okay. But meanwhile, you punch walls when you're fucking angry. You're covered in cancerous moles.
You're not even in shape, I'm sure.
You don't have 20/20 vision. That's a turnoff.
Your mattress is on your fucking floor.
Oh, you have one pillow and it's not filled with feathers. It's filled with rotten cum.
You have pubic hair all over your fucking toilet.
And that's not the only thing that's fucking shedding. You have a bald spot as well.
Yeah, and then you have the audacity.
Really, I don't feel comfortable.
Not for me.
You
Hey,
have
guess
fucking
what?
hemorrhoids dripping out of your asshole.
You look like you walk on all fours.
You know what? You probably have shit and piss still in your toilet because you don't fucking flush.
Oh, and you don't fucking clean it, you fucking bitch.
Yeah, you have a cup you have several cups next to your bed that you spit into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and I bet they dip, so your teeth are gonna fucking fall
Probably
out.
has carpet too, and it's like matted.
Oh my God, he has carpet and it's matted.
So fuck off and fuck you.
When your father looks at you, he doesn't see a son, he sees a failure. So
there it is.
there it is.
So she was weirdly understanding until after me, he dated a chunky girl. But fuck him. He's now a child sex offender. And his ex and I are good friends, LOL. Hold on.
Good.
Not being a child sex offender.
He was on his Epstein beat. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. I mean, so good. I'm glad it didn't work out. You know what? He couldn't feel comfortable dating a girl your size. You want to know why? Because he liked girls that were 3'5".
He liked them fun size. That's why.
He liked them as children with little tiny virgin pussies. That's what he liked.
You've gotten your period? Oh, sickening.
Yeah. Sorry, girl. So honestly, good.
You lucked out.
You lucked out.
Yeah.
Anyway, after hearing that from him is when I started working out and eating well. Terrible reason to start, by the way. Lost about 75 pounds in the course of about a year and a half. I honestly was in the best shape of my life. However, it became an unhealthy obsession. Once the pandemic hit, it was harder to keep the weight off. As of today, I've gained about 20 pounds of it back. And weirdly enough, I love my body now more than when I was at my fittest. That's fucking great. Past me thought skinny equals happiness. In some ways, it can correlate. The attention I got when I was skinny was next level. And people were so much nicer to me than when I was chunky. We've heard about this. Like, people have talked about this, about how, like, when that girl, when she was like, when I was like ugly, I was treated like shit.
Yeah.
And then she got hot and like everybody's like nicer to her.
You know what? I'm going to say something right now. This goes for younger selves. This goes for future selves. This goes for present selves. And I know we were like fucking joking around with like, oh, what would you rate yourself? Blah, blah, blah. But you literally decide how hot you are.
That's true.
Not
That's very
fucking male
true.
gaze, not female gaze, not pop culture. Fuck all that. Like, literally, you can be hideous by society's standards, but if you fucking decide that you're a fucking 10 and you carry yourself with
It's
that,
so true.
then you're a fucking 10.
Here's the thing though, is that like we're so influenced by the fucking media, it's never going to stop. Like it's like impossible to not live in a constant state of like compare and contrast.
Well, also the beauty industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Oh my
like
God, yeah.
Our country, our world, if you will, profits off of women, and not even just
feeling
women
bad
now.
about themselves.
Not just women, babes. It's
Yeah,
everybody.
it's true.
They profit off of everyone's fucking insecurities.
They sure fucking do. Look at me. You think these lips are because I wanted them? No.
It's because you deserve them because you're
I deserve
perfect
them.
and you're a queen.
However, I just want to tell my past self that there is more to life than working out 1.5 hours a day for 6 days straight and obsessing over calorie counting.
Honey.
Enjoying food and being able to not obsess over my weight brought more happiness than the number on the scale dropping. That's amazing. There is more to life than worrying about how I look in a swimsuit or how chunky my legs may look in shorts. I want past me to know that life doesn't revolve around being a certain weight or looking a certain way. I do have a goal to lose 10 pounds, but I'm trying not to stress about it. I want to do it in a way that's healthy and non-obsessive, which can be hard when you're dating a gym rat. I just wish past me could have been more accepting of our body. I love the belly I have. I love the stretch marks. I love my thick ass thunder thighs. I love me for now. That is so fucking sweet.
Very tender, very beautiful, very sweet.
Very uplifting.
You look at Aphrodite, the god of like fucking beauty and all that, and she has a little tum-tum.
I mean, you look at all the fucking Greek sculptures. All of the women were like juicy.
Voluptuous. Yeah.
I don't know. It's some weird, sickly, westernized idea that we need to be like this like thin, weird.
That was of fashion then. It was a sign of like wealth and abundance that you had weight.
So it is, but then it also goes to show that like beauty is just something that we make up because like it's just what society, decides
and
is
you can
attractive.
Go to other spots in the world, literally right now, and they're how you say it, like how their
standards of beauty.
Their standard for beauty is going to be completely different than Western standards for beauty.
Totally. So it is. Yeah, beauty is just fucking made up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard.
As long as you're doing, but it's so fucking funny. Like I'm fucking pushing the last year of my 20s out the door, and I just finally feel like I have gotten to like, oh, I'm going to just dress for me. I'm just going to dress what I like. Before it was always like, okay, like what are guys going to find the hottest or like, and it's like, holy shit. Even when I was exclusively dating women in my very early 20s, I still was like very like loyal to like the male gaze. Like, it's like, I couldn't like break out of it.
Fucked.
And that was solely how I got my worth 100%.
Right.
And that's fucking sad.
Which honestly is why I understand like this non-binary, because it is like people are trying to break out of like the oppressive clutches of binary sexuality.
What it means to be a woman and what it means to be a man.
Right.
It's more freeing to like to not subscribe to any of it.
Yeah, because it is kind of just made up. I was listening to this podcast yesterday, a science podcast. And it was about what was it
called?
It's called Life Examined through NPR. So smart. And it was about like gender in the animal kingdom, and how there's homosexuality in the animal kingdom, but the only species that gives a fuck about it is our species. And they were doing this study on these I believe they were bonobos, which are like, were like most closely related to bonobos and chimps. And these bonobos also, who are matriarchal, there was one named Donna, and Donna was a girl, but as she like started growing, she started looking more male and acting more male and hung around with the other male bonobos. And there was no, the scientist was like, well, I can't ask her what she identified as. It's just fucking, bonobo.
Yeah, well, if they were an actually good scientist, they could have.
That's also very true. If they were a good scientist, so fuck him.
Yeah, do the work.
Yeah, so this study is probably irrelevant and you're fucking stupid. But there was no issue within like the kingdom. And oh my God, they were saying too that within bonobos, they all have sex for pleasure, and like there's a lot of gay sex.
Wow.
In that, where like the women are fucking each other all the time. He said they have enlarged clits.
Okay, I fucking love that. Sperm whales also do that. They fuck a lot for pleasure.
Yeah.
And also more and more, I wish I fucking had the list because I just fucking saw it. But more and more animals are actually, specifically with females, they are becoming self-sufficient to create children. So they don't even they don't need males anymore. Also, there's this fucking fish. Bitch, I wish I could remember what this fucking fish was called. I watched it on some fucking Disney Disney Plus thing. But anyways, I think it was like Blue Planet or whatever. But basically, there's this fish that turns from female into male.
Yeah.
How wild is that?
It is really wild.
And there's two types of fish that can do that, I believe. Maybe there might be more. But
There's
two
like
that
a
I know
slug
of.
thing that does that.
Yeah.
What is that movie, Splice? About the alien that's like born
I
with
thought
like
Splice was the borderline personality one.
Is this one about
M. Night
it's like
Shyamalan?
about it's like Adrian Brody and he fucks the alien and then the alien's like a girl and then after he fucks it turns into a guy and then eats him.
Okay, not me getting horny.
I know, right? Don't even talk to me. Anyway,
I used to have a kind of a weird crush on him, but okay.
Okay, exactly. But the whole thing is, and then they got into the whole thing about like non-binary in society and blah, 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 and how like people are trying to, or leaning more into raising your children like non-binary and the guys, the scientists.
Oh my God, my buddy Bryce, actually he would kick my ass. Okay, my best friend Bryce, sorry. He now he's a funeral director, LOL, but he fucking worked in this fucking preschool, this daycare center for a couple years, and they were specifically like they wouldn't like focus on like on genders with the kids. Like they just like were like let them have like total free expression.
Yeah. Well, what they were saying in this podcast was that like by the age of 3, children, even if you raise them in like a non-binary environment, by the age of 3 is when children start recognizing their own gender. Right.
Right.
So they already start identifying with like male or female. And as you get older is when you start realizing that you can like, you don't have to like subscribe necessarily to one gender, but like you start identifying as your, birth gender, whatever, like at 3 years old. And they made they did a study of like, you give a kid like a pink, you give a boy and a girl, you have a pink, like a toy gun and then a black teapot. And it was like, the kids still identify, like they go to color, So it's like the girls are more attracted to the pink color and the boys are more attracted to and it's interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah. And how you can't like necessarily raise kids how it's nearly impossible to raise kids non-binary because of the media. He's like, it's possible if you fucking live in the woods, but like
kind of like what Jack White did. He like moved his kids out to the fucking like boondocks.
If there's nothing,
they didn't even like know he was famous for like years.
It's some shit like that. Yeah. If there's
no electronics, nothing.
Exactly. No toys, nothing that like forms an idea of like gender or whatever. And he's like, so, I mean, that's the only way to really like raise a kid.
So I have the fish.
Okay,
it's
good.
called kabudai.
Kabudai.
Is this it with the big heads?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kabudai, and they're known, and many species of fish are known as sequentially hermaphrodites.
Yeah,
Wow,
baby.
okay.
They can switch sex permanently at a specific point in their life. The majority of sequential hermaphrodites are known as protogenous. The Greek for female first because
Female
they switch from
first.
female to male.
Yes.
That's so cool.
And then I heard someone saying, and by someone, it was on TikTok. I heard some woman on TikTok saying that like we're about like animals at the way that they like adapt and whatnot. They're I think like 150 years ahead of us.
Oh my God.
And then they're like, okay, well, like when humans catch up, we're gonna start being able to do what these fucking fish and birds and dolphins and shit do.
No.
So watch out, men.
So watch out, man. Guess what? There is something to do with like women are going to be more sustainable with their like I don't fucking know. Okay, I didn't mean to turn this into a fucking science podcast. Get onto your fucking
Gender
story, honk.
study.
Yeah,
Here's
it is a
the
gender
thing.
study. We turned this into a gender study. People are probably fast
Surprise!
forwarding
You
through
just
it.
got hoodwinked because this is now
This is now
This is-
NPR.
Junior,
I am Ira Glass.
and I am.
Lakshmi Singh.
Thank you, Honk, for the assist.
Cherry Glazer.
I don't like to introduce myself because I'm shy now that we're on NPR. I'm
Jad
more timid.
Abumrad.
So Honk's going to be doing the. I'm sorry. Ira is going to be doing the intros from now on.
I like Guy Rizdal.
I love Guy Rizdal. Don't get me started on all the hosts of NP. I love Guy Rizdal.
Yeah,
Okay,
me too.
you guys
He's funny.
stop coming, and I'm going to start reading.
She's so mad because she doesn't know anybody who's on NPR.
Here's the thing. Have you guys ever heard of Fox News? Okay, anyway, so hi, Honks
It's
and Lee.
giving Alex Jones.
Okay. Oh, did you guys know that Alex Jones is fucked up? But here's the thing: he predicted he was talking about fucking Epstein and all that shit before Epstein even broke, and then
Because he was fucking hanging out with him. He was fucking all the girls, I'm sure.
He wishes.
He
was.
Yeah,
he
that's
wishes
true.
he fucking was. No, he was like, I know something cool's going on and I'm not a part of it. And it's like, okay, calm down, you're bald. But it's okay. But anyway, then it happened, and my brother and my dad and I were all talking about this. And Eli was like, my brother was like, yeah, it was pretty crazy that he predicted it and was right. And then my dad was like, a broken clock is right once a day. And then my brother and I were like, it's actually twice a day, Dad. And that's on liberal father. Okay, here's the thing.
Okay.
And I'm liberal too. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. And I'm stupid. Okay, here's the thing. Hi, Honks and Lee. I was a fairly sheltered teenager, aka band nerd in high school. For college, I decided to go to the extreme and attend a school down in North Carolina. I'm from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Let's just say I woke up after the first night of college not remembering much. I quickly became the party girl I had always dreamt of. Almost every night we were either drinking or smoking. I was a wild thing. My major at the time was biotechnology, and boy, did I fucking fail my first year. Good news, I had the title Beer Bong Girl. Sounds hot. In which I brought my tiny, cute pink beer bong to every party I went to. Bad news, I was on academic probation.
Oh no.
In the midst of my year and a half there, I had gotten an underage drinking. Why can I not read this? Oh, it's because I think a word's missing. Okay. Basically, I'd gotten an underage ticket, I guess, during Halloween weekend while I was dressed as Snooki. Cop was impressed that I was accurately playing that part.
Stop.
I dated pillheads, fucked too many frat dudes, took approximately 12 pregnancy tests, and unfortunately was raped. Ooh.
Hey, is it even a college experience if you're not
Here's
raped?
the thing: if you
Ladies.
didn't get raped in college, you don't deserve a degree.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? It's kind of a hazing.
Yeah.
It is the hazing. It's
Welcome
honestly, hey, fuck it. That's the hazing of women.
Here's the thing. How are you? College is supposed to prepare you for the real world. How are you ready for the real world if you're not really getting raped?
And here's the other thing. You know how the whole question now is like, what is a woman?
Yeah.
A woman is somebody who's been raped. Okay. So there's the fucking answer.
A woman is someone who's cried face down in a pillow screaming, "Stop! No! No!"
Or silently knowing this shouldn't be happening and not saying a word and is like,
because you were passed out.
so many things. So that is what, hey, run and tell that to fucking Joe Rogan. That's what a woman is.
Oh, yeah.
Carry on.
I will try my best. We'll take questions
Where's
after.
the fucking lie, Lee?
There's no lie.
I know. Was not a single lie to be heard.
I was heartbroken when I couldn't afford to go back after my third semester. I had fallen in love with my best friend who had really helped me during the last few weeks. Once I moved home, I worked for a while and came back to visit North Carolina. This trip forever changed my life. My best friend and I were still talking about it, but it was the weird phase where we loved each other but knew distance wasn't our thing. During my visit, I saw him with another girl and decided to hang out with one of his druggy frat brothers to distract myself and get some dick. One night, I went to a druggy guy's friend's house where I did my first dab. They told me to smoke it like a bong. LMAO. Bad idea. All right, Lee's having war flashbacks. I've never done a dab, so I am in the dark here.
Me either.
I remember
But I just know
those
it's
first
weed.
dabs, like those early dabs too. It was basically GHB. Like it would basically just like knock your ass out cold.
Okay, so it's giving Xanax. Okay, it was a terrible high where I thought I needed to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Druggy guy
yeah.
tried offering me literally a handful of random ass pills to take.
Hell yeah.
I obviously said no, so he took me back to his apartment to fuck me. Oh, sorry, no, I misread. To tuck me. Sorry, I got fuck on the brain from all that rape.
Those are two different things.
Took me back to his apartment to tuck me in and went back to do more drugs. There we go, man with a plan. I was alone and scared, so I called my best friend. I could barely talk, and he finally got it out of me where I was. He came to rescue me as I was just a mess, and he was so mad at me. After that trip, we didn't speak for years. It tore my heart apart. It was truly just a traumatizing experience. That trip forever changed me. I had lost the person who understood me most because I was a slutty cunt. Honey, it's very harsh.
It
To this
is.
day, he is still the one that got away. Uh-oh.
I mean, it's even really that good of a fucking friend.
Here's the thing. He doesn't sound like a good friend. Sounds like an angry, jealous douche. So
yeah.
I think you're perfect and he's an idiot. From then on, I go back to school near my hometown. I thrived at this smaller school where I could personally connect with professors in smaller classrooms. I earned my bachelor's in biology and graduated cum laude and ventured off to grad school. I studied melanoma and earned my master's. I'm now at a hospital studying the molecular biology of mechanical circulation devices, along with investigating complications seen in children born with single ventricle disease.
Okay.
Now, if you think I know what single ventricle disease is, you're wrong.
I gotta say real quick, it doesn't fucking please me to no end that smart people listen to this podcast.
Well, just wait. Next year, I am going off to earn my PhD in a medical school.
bitch, how did you find us?
Okay.
And what made you fucking stay?
Well, if this is who I think it is, this person, this is the person I met a million years ago.
Is it?
Yeah, I met this girl.
Okay, well, this bitch is fucking smart.
At the small North Carolina school, I'm pretty sure. So shout out to you, Miss Girl. Yeah.
Oh my God, congrats on being smart.
So nice and sweet back then. And if this isn't who I'm thinking of, then my bad. But I'm pretty sure as I recognize your name. But oh my God, so fucking smart and cool. Thank you so much for writing in and listening.
Yeah.
And you're a fucking queen. From then on, and beautiful and smart and nice. Okay. Past me would never have thought I'd be where I am today. After everything I've been through down in North Carolina, I didn't think I'd have a successful life. I want her to know that everything happens for a reason and that you can grow from the ashes. On my resume, I always add UNCG. Yes, this is her. Oh my God. This is so cute that she wrote in. Okay. On my resume, I always add UNCG with the note incomplete. So when interviews ask, I can show and explain my growth. Show them that even though I was a mess of a person, I grew from it and I go to where I am.
Hell yeah.
Or I got to where I am today. Love you guys so much. And thank you for always making my darker days a little brighter and a hell of a lot more funny.
Hell yeah. And this is why growth is very real. People say people don't change. You're fucking.
People do change.
People do change. And sometimes it really takes shit hitting the fucking fan.
And also all the baddies were raped in North Carolina.
And that's on fucking hot girl shit.
Here's the thing. If you guys think that we're going to have one podcast where we don't mention that, then you're listening to the wrong fucking
I know. And
thing.
we chose this one because we're like, this will be an uplifting subject.
Yeah.
Somehow we've turned.
We talked about fish. We talked about the binary system. We talked about Republicans.
Talked about rape. I mean.
So if you haven't come yet, then
That's
turn
on
the
you.
volume up because we got a lot more stories.
I had something that I wanted to. Oh,
I really loved that story. I love how she came up so so strong. So my God, the word is escaping, but that's such an amazing come up story, basically. And that's so fucking amazing that she's going to get her PhD.
Yeah, it's really fucking cool. I also like really, I want to take a second to say how much I appreciate people sitting down and like writing out these fucking emails. Cause like it's work. Like, you know, it's work to like sit down and like write something out. And it's really cool that you guys do that. And we really appreciate it.
And like, obviously we appreciate the funny stories just as much as the
we appreciate
bummers,
all of it.
but I'm just kidding. But like, no, especially to like dig up things that are painful to listen to. I just want you guys to know that like, we really do fucking appreciate. And also, we wouldn't have a fucking podcast if you guys didn't write it.
We would not have a podcast.
We'd be sitting here honking our fucking tits. We'd be talking about Gabby's new yeast infection. We'd be talking about Lee. Y'all don't even want to know what Lee's into. One day I'm going to tell you guys it, but it has to do with adult diapers, and I just don't have the strength today. So
trigger. And
y'all hear that laugh? That's a laugh of vindication, of truth.
That's a guilt laugh.
That's a guilty
And here's
laugh.
the thing. Here's what I like about our podcast is that so many podcasts of, you know, people that we know sit around just fucking.
Just gonna track.
She goes, here's the thing. So many podcasts that we know, basura, you know.
I mean, here's the thing. So many podcasts in general, it's just like people shooting the shit, which can be fun. But like, I like that we have this kind of interaction with people.
I like that we come in here with the plan. Okay, not us getting high self-esteem, and that's on people can fucking change. But no, we come in here with a fucking cute ass plan. It's something to look forward to every week. And I feel like you know what? I feel like we're like really connected with the people that listen because it's like people like DM us, then we can like talk back
really
to them,
sweet.
and then I recognize people's names that are writing in, and I know you do too, and it's like I don't know, it's a really cool like little.
I definitely recognize because on the Patreon specifically because that's where I interact a little bit more. But I definitely recognize some people's personalities on the Patreon when they write in.
That's really cute. It's really cute. Also, if I could say one thing, I would advice I would give myself. I would say that there's like 2 ex-boyfriends that I could have gone the rest of my life without ever have dating.
God damn.
There's like one relationship in like specifically where I'm like I could have never. I wish I would have broken it off when I knew I should have, instead of staying in it for a year and a half.
Yeah, I definitely. I feel you on that. However, it's like. It's such a cliche thing, but it's fucking true. So I'm going to remind my sweet honk. It's like, you are the badass fucking like, very confident. Well, we all have like insecurities and whatnot, but I feel like you are like so like confident in what you know you deserve now. And I feel like it took you going ooh, wee! And then I light myself on fire and then come and then I'm coming in Lee's honkety. No, okay, what the fuck was that? Lee, delete everything I've ever said on this podcast. I wish I was dead. That's what I could tell myself. Okay. No, okay.
You're not going out without me, I'll tell you that.
Ooh, wooga. You're right, honk.
It was honkety that was over the line for you.
Here's the thing.
Honkety.
Okay, Lee, don't question it.
Yeah,
okay, I gotta tell you, I'm fucking astral projecting right now. I'm imagining myself sitting in a movie theater eating popcorn. Can I get to this story?
Honk, you just sassed me, honk. I'm proud of you. That was good.
I don't think it was.
Honk, I think it was good.
Yeah.
Because
Lee doesn't know what's going on.
No, Lee, honestly, ever since I brought up the adult diapers, he has a semi, so I'm actually getting pissed. But here's the thing, honk, because whenever you try and sass me, usually you're like, okay. But you sassed me, and that was good. Okay, now here's the thing, you guys. Here's the story. Now here actually is a thing. Y'all wrote some longies.
Okay, but
we love that.
It's Gabby's turn.
Because it is my turn.
Oh, I thought you just said for me. You know what?
No, because you weren't listening.
Hey, guess what? I wasn't listening.
Harvey was just having flashbacks to North Carolina.
Yeah, she was having war flashbacks. Yeah. I don't know where you are.
Oh my god, I just read. Well,
I'm in a movie theater.
Well, because I thought you were saying you wanted to get your popcorn out because you wanted to hear a story, and then I got confused.
That's why I was confused too.
No,
and then that's why Lee didn't think that your sass was good. Then you know what, honk? Unfortunately, I guess your sass wasn't good because you just confused the shit out of me.
I'm gonna fucking rip my tit out of this shirt.
Here's the thing: I'm holding your areola right now, and you don't get it back until you read the story.
Okay, here we go. If I could go back and tell my younger self anything, it would be go to fucking therapy ASAP, please. I have been struggling with brain things since 5th grade, 2005, and just started addressing my shit last year. So much work now. Also, take care of yourself. Get out of your comfort zone. Just go outside. Don't listen to your mom. I do love that. Date a woman because I'm probably actually a lesbian. Hey. Don't almost hook up with your manager who's 10 years older than you and actually married and then still be obsessed with him after finding out. I was 18 and socially awkward and I got attention. I love all of you, but Gabby and Harper-Rose most. So sorry, Lee.
Okay, wait. Okay. Why was that? No, because we're going to read that one more time. Wait, okay, just say it one more time.
I love all of you, Gabby and Harper-Rose most. So sorry, Lee. You want to know why?
Just said I love you guys. Or I love you, Gabby and Harper.
Okay, you know what that's giving? That's giving like light autism because that was so fucking funny with like the radical honesty.
But she had to be like,
oh yeah, God, that was so fucking good and funny and true. And
it's because women understand each other and men are always, no matter what,
because
going to be
like,
below
I've never seen a woman that I even think is beautiful. I think everyone is at least.
Everyone's a 5.
Everyone's a 5.
Everyone's a 5.
Everyone looks like a.
I can't.
Okay, Lee, I swear to God, there's a dude at my job who looks like he could be related to you. Like he sounds the same, but he's got tiny feet, so it's weird. I don't talk to him.
You know, Lee doesn't have the biggest feet.
I have big feet.
No, you don't.
I wear 11.
No, honey, you don't.
No.
I mean, you have an 11 size shoe, but your foot is like a 7.
Yeah, Lee
Smaller shoes.
Lee puts socks in his shoes. Most men stuff their
has his
pants.
feet bound like Chinese women.
He does.
Like a
He
China
does.
woman. He
We've
has
asked him
his feet
why
bound.
he won't speak on it. I don't know what's going. New kink unlocked. I don't know what's going on.
This episode, I was really trying to hang back and not insert myself because I edit and I talk too much, and you guys are really just piling on.
Well, you shouldn't have called us Dickbag 5. You literally
Couple of
said that we look like
fucking fives. You guys are
Quasimodo.
piling
Okay, I'm
on
not
like a
done.
couple of fives.
Okay, well, get your fucking feet bound feet out of here.
Yeah, literally.
Anyway,
go,
if you-
go get your elfish feet out of here. Go do a little jig in the
You
fucking
said
living
he
room.
put socks in his shoes.
I stuffed my shoes.
He did, yeah. Because you go,
Hey guys, I swear I have 11 shoes.
But you know what's
And it's
so
like,
funny is
yeah.
that there's men in the world who do that.
and you want to know what kind of men it is? It's the men with the little tiny itty bitty baby calves. And they go, I might have delicate angelic calves, but I got hefty shoes.
Oh my
Okay.
God, I almost took a picture of this dude's calves and sent it to you the other day.
Why did
Were they juicy?
They were non-existent. They were concave.
They were chicken.
Oh my God.
It looked like a medical
legs.
problem.
Well,
Well,
That's what happens when you're a
then he had a fake leg. Okay.
yeah.
Fives.
5.
Okay. It's giving 2.
Okay.
I know.
Okay. Lee, don't make it sad. I'm going to have to beat you up.
He did make it sad.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay, if I'm gonna bully you and berate you and make you question everything, the last fucking thing I want to hear is a whimper out of you. Don't make it fucking sad ever again. I don't need these fucking people listening going,
Hey, don't be that mean to Lee.
Lee can fucking take it.
Nobody says that ever.
And now,
Not one person has said that.
Whoa, okay.
okay,
Is that porn?
yeah.
Yeah.
Was it really porn?
Wait, was it?
No, it's Sarah Weinshank in my pants.
Oh, okay, that's cute.
Shout out to Sarah Weinshank in my pants because they're looking cute.
She's on Instagram right now. That's what.
Okay.
Okay.
To finish the story.
No, it's basically done. She just said if you guys ever come to Raleigh, I'll give you a forehead kiss.
Oh.
So
Except me.
I think you too.
Mm.
We'll see. We'll go to Raleigh and find out. All right, Honk, go on.
All right, I'm gonna wait for Gabby to get off of whatever she's on.
Oh, you mean the emails that we're gonna read?
Mm-hmm.
You mean how I have my fucking email pulled up or ready to go?
Don't act like you weren't just cruising Instagram. You fucking demented little girl.
All right.
You mean the emails?
Yeah. I can smell the lies escaping your fish breath teeth. Okay, now
Oh, you
here's the
fucking
thing.
wish.
Yeah, well, I don't have to wish. Here's the thing. Gabby and I did eat our weight in fish last night. That's
Oh my God,
on
we did. And that's on $400 dinner.
Oh, God.
Stop. Really?
It actually was a $400 dinner last night. Now, here's the thing. I unfortunately want you guys to know.
We
You
did
might
not
be
pay for
thinking,
it.
hey, how did 2 fucking plebes pay for that? Well, you might
Don't
you
worry,
might
we
ask
didn't.
that.
We don't have any money.
Don't you fucking goddamn worry. I got a paycheck today. I gave the whole fucking thing to Gabby to pay the rent.
Because why?
Finally
Because
caught
she's
up on my
3
rent, by the way.
months
Finally caught up on-
backed up on
Really?
rent.
Yeah, finally caught up on the rent though.
Wow.
And but anyways, last night her boyfriend did treat us to a gorgina dinner.
You did.
We ate every type of fish there was. We ate raw fish, we ate cooked fish, we ate seared fish.
We ate fucking gnocchi that was like fried. Okay, whatever. Let's read the story.
It doesn't matter, you guys. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Okay,
matter, doesn't
everyone calm down.
I
It
had
doesn't matter.
sushi last night too.
Okay, Lee, what was it, $400?
Oh God,
No,
Gabby.
Well, okay then. It's probably fucking Ralph's sushi. Albertson's refrigerator sushi, wasn't it?
Oh, it's the
Sushi.
place down.
You
Okay,
what?
you know what you're doing this episode? You're trying to talk really meek to warrant sympathy, and it's making me want to kick you in the fucking stomach. So don't fucking ever go,
No, it wasn't Ross. It was just right down the street.
okay. Okay, Lee. I'll literally stick my new fucking boot so far up your
And
sphincter.
Lee, guess what? That's also stuffed with socks.
You're not the only one that's
Paper
bound,
towels.
sweetie. Okay.
God, feet binding is
Sorry for
fucking
coughing into
wild.
Yeah, that is fucking wild.
Yeah, it is. I already said that.
Cool. Okay, anyways. Hey, lovely honks and cat fucker Lee.
Is that real?
Hey, lovely honks and cat fucker Lee. Just
Hi.
get meek one more fucking time.
I'm not me.
Hi.
Here's the thing with cucks. Like, God bless.
I almost gave myself a fucking Charlie horse laughing at that. All right, fucking hurry up, because Joy's making us fucking pizza tonight. We need to get home and make some fucking pizza.
but piss me off again, and then I'll go. I'll tell y'all what my problem with cucks is. It's like we need cucks as a society, but we also got to keep them in line because then they start getting like that. All right,
Okay.
it doesn't. Okay.
Ew.
Oh, Lee.
No, because now he's doing it like for show.
Yeah. Go fucking put a diaper over your fucking mouth. You know what? Put one in your mouth and fuck off. Okay. So I have this really. You better not ever kill yourself because I'm gonna get fucking blamed for it, and I'm not gonna fucking handle that lightly. Okay. So this. Sometimes
I'm just
the
gonna let
thing
you sit in that one.
You're a fucking. You know what you are? You're a haunted, wretched, hurling,
Feral.
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 Yeah, Gabby, get her. Get her.
That fucking side eye that you just gave me. Get her.
I hope this is as funny to y'all as it is to us because right now we're having a rootin' tune good
All
time.
right, let's wrap it the fuck up.
Hey, Lee.
Well, unfortunately, we can't because someone wrote me the Lord of the Rings saga, so I gotta
You
read this.
gotta save that one.
No, I'm reading it right now.
fuck.
All right.
The
Okay,
fucking Odyssey,
It's funny.
This is
bitch.
the last one.
It's Lee's
Oh,
manifesto.
really? We got some
Yeah.
more. Okay.
Sorry for the coffee,
I do want to
guys.
just read the intro of the next one just because it's for
No,
Lee.
we can do one more.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can lead. Okay, okay. All right. So I have this really foul ex-boyfriend, Sam Gomez of Daily City. I don't give a fuck if you read out the
First
full
and
name.
last name and city.
I don't give a fuck
Wait,
if
where's
you
he from?
Daily City.
Huh.
So I'm going to just read one more time.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have this
Yeah.
really foul ex-boyfriend, Sam Gomez. Sam is spelled S-A-M, Gomez, G-O-M-E-Z, of D-A-L-Y City. I don't give a fuck if you out the full name because he cheated on me with a minor. Let that shit
Oh.
be known.
Like how minor? Because you know my thing on minors.
Yeah, we know your thing, but we also know your thing on a lot of other things. So who can really take anything you say seriously? Anyways, this was my first. I am unhinged. I think I need to eat. Anyways, this was my first real relationship, and we were both 20. He was a virgin, red flag, and I had 8 guys under my belt. So in my mind, I assumed it would be a good thing because he has no relationship experience, so he wouldn't be awful to me, right? God damn, I was wrong.
Wow.
We lasted 9 terrible months. Again, this was my first relationship, so I looked at it like, shit, a guy finally likes me enough to hang around, so do anything to make it last. I spent these 9 months like this. 1, him always accusing me of cheating solely because I wasn't a virgin when we got together, and he
Cool.
was like, huh? Like you mentioned in an episode recently, it's always the guys who accuse you of cheating who are the cheaters,
Yeah.
and it's always with the bitch they call fat. Oh!
Stop.
Don't get me started on that.
Stop.
2, watching him play. Gabby's on Instagram. 2,
No, I
watching-
wasn't.
I see you scrolling. It's on TikTok.
No, it wasn't.
2, watching him play 2K and always nonstop watching South Park. He would imitate Timmy saying Timmy, but instead say titty and basically honk my tits.
No.
Oh.
Get him back, queen.
Stop.
So fucking cringe. Okay, it's
That's
actually giving
so-
Lee.
that's
It's
so
giving Lee.
cringe.
No, it is.
No,
Timmy!
come on, don't do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That
That's
is
too far.
so cringe.
Too far.
That's
So
too far.
That
everything
honestly is too far. That is cringe
Yeah,
city.
Fuck. That's too much.
Okay.
Relax.
He said, relax. Well,
Okay.
unfortunately for you, I'm tightly wound. 3, watch football every Sunday with his perverted ass dad, who was,
Stop.
okay, so, hey, at least we know what runs in the family, who always was making inappropriate comments towards me. Well,
Nice.
too bad he couldn't be more like his dad because at least his dad liked of age women. And his dad worked for Comcast. Okay, not you just outing all of his, okay, I'm
I'm
dead.
dead. Yeah.
Okay, his dad worked for Comcast and got fired for sexually harassing women
Good.
when he had just was just supposed to be installing their internet or whatever the fuck multiple times.
Fucking asshole.
Okay,
Wow.
that's fucking disgusting.
What? Ew.
Okay, Leah, that's not like you. Okay. Number 4, getting dinner at literally only Panda Express and Denny's for 9 months. These are the only 2 places he'd take me out to dinner.
I'm dead.
And we're back on Lee. Okay.
I'm dead.
No, this is too much.
Yeah, this is kind of
No, okay, here's the thing.
It's giving Grand Slam. Okay, go.
Okay, and that is true. I used quotes on Take Me Out because we'd split the bill almost every time.
Bullshit.
Oh God, yeah.
Bullshit.
Okay. Almost every time. Mind you, I'm totally for sharing the expensive, don't be. But you really gonna say separate when the Panda Express cashier asks how'd you like to pay for you and your girlfriend's $8 meal? Yeah, no. The only time we ever strayed from our regular diner spots was one time he took me to dinner on Valentine's Day to a Bay Area equivalent of Chili's. I cringe every time I think about this. Aww. Unfortunately, I love Chili's, but I do feel for you. Anyways, the one thing I hated the most about this relationship was every time we'd have sex, I would have to give him head first every single time. Side note,
the worst ones make you do that.
Side note, side note, I had also been raped previous to this guy. Twinsies Harper. Oh my God, girl. Okay. And she did the little like dancing girl.
Yeah.
That's really fucking funny. Twinsies Harper. LOL. So anything that felt like it wasn't 100% my choice would infuriate me. Like we'd start making out and get heated, but then this bitch ass would put his hand on top of my head and just start pushing it down.
I knew she was going to say that.
I fucking hate that. And also now it's making sense why the title of this email is Advice to Younger Me, Bite His Dick Off Next Time. Literally. Yeah. You as a man deserve to have your genitalia just fucking.
Is it desecrated, decimated? What's the word?
Whatever word you castrated to. Yeah.
Bad.
Whatever aided you want, just do it. And just start pushing my head down. I'd try and pretend to just ignore his hand, but that would just lead him to scoffing, rolling over, and guilt tripping me. So it was always give him head first. He's fucking disgusting. So it was always give him head first or no sex. And sometimes I just couldn't get myself to. So he'd throw temper tantrums and get mean. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
This is so trigger. It's reminding me of my ex that I was like, I wish I'd never dated them.
It's okay. So he throw temper tantrums and get mean. I can't even get into it about the uncircumcised dick cheese that was always.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. He was not this bad.
You know, whenever we start like dragging these people and like you and I make up like a hypothetical person, I think we did it at the beginning of this episode. We've gone into like such a K-hole, I don't even remember, but we do that. This guy is like an embodiment of all of our bits that we do that to like drag.
It just keeps getting worse and worse.
Yeah, this is like the nightmare that we speak. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God.
Fuck, girl.
Yeah, I'm happy. The guy with the matted rug carpet.
Yeah. And the one who would like stick his hand into hot Cheetos and then try and go inside. And to top that bullshit off, it wasn't even reciprocated. 9 months of dick sucking and he almost never returned the favor.
Do we have the same ex? Because this is him.
Oh, okay. P.S. I've only ever had great positive feedback on how I taste, so it wasn't even about that. Yes, I said feedback. No, I'd never asked, but you know how men like to give their unsolicited opinions. Yes, girl. This irritates me the most because I'm actually a really good dick sucker and love watching men squirm because of what this mouth do. But now, anytime a guy tries to push your head down or shit, or literally anything that makes it seem like not entirely my choice, I get so fucking triggered. Me too. I'm like very sensitive to it.
Yes.
If I'm not all the way in the mood, I'm like, get the fuck off me. Yeah.
If they do anything that's like, they want you to suck their dick.
That's
I'm like,
so
no.
funny. Because sometimes I was thinking like, oh my God, is there something wrong with me? Like literally like this a few months ago, I'm like, is there something wrong with me? Why am I acting like this? But I'm like, no, I think it's just like PTSD. I'm like, I have to be completely like in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, towards the end, I caught the vibe of him becoming distant, used his finger to unlock his phone while he was asleep. Love it.
Stop.
And went through all his texts to his best friend's 15-year-old sister. He had just turned 21 about them having sex. And her trying to get him to dump me for her and whatever other bullshit happened over the last 2 months. Woke his ass up and called him on it, and we ended things right there.
Good.
Unfortunately, I did make him my life, so it was hard to accept. I begged for him back and told him I'd even be a side chick. I'd never admitted that to anyone because it's my lowest moment.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I don't fucking judge you at all for that. And I know that
I've done that too. It's so embarrassing.
I've done it too, literally. But here's the thing. It's natural to do that because this is so fucking traumatic and there's so much PTSD. And when you make someone your entire world and like you know that they're bad for you, but you try and get away, it is really fucking hard to stick to that because that was your sole source of validation.
It's so hard.
Your life source, essentially.
So you're so miserable. You break up with them and then you want them back because it's the worst.
And then you think they're such a bad person. Well, why didn't they love me? Well, I need to like make them love me and then I can leave again. And it's like this whole fucking cycle.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, baby. No.
This is literally this is checking off all the boxes of my ex.
Yeah. I know. It's a fucking war zone. Okay, begged for him back. He invited me over to talk about it, convinced me to give him head, honey, and I swear to God, I could taste someone else on his dick. When he fell asleep, I took his phone again, used his finger to unlock it again, boys are dumb, and read that she was literally over there right before I came over, and they fucked. Yeah. This man had me suck his dick immediately after fucking the girl he'd been cheating on me with.
That's disgusting.
I threw up and left, and that was the real end of it. So my advice to my younger self, bite his dick off next time.
I'm so sorry you went
and then she said, I know my story is a bit long. Then she left like a bunch of details. I'll share them with you. We don't have time to share them all in the podcast, but maybe I can share them on like a catch-up episode.
Yeah, you can share.
Really? Okay. Just kidding then.
We're here now.
All right. Then delete everything I just said. Ooh. A month, sorry. A month after I did text him, but only because it was the anniversary of his mom's death. So I was just being a good fucking person.
No, shouldn't have.
Tell me why I got, no, that's not your problem that his mom's fucking dead. Mm-hmm. If I was his mom, I would die too because I can't. Okay.
Absolutely.
Tell me why I get a DM from this 15-year-old bitch saying, just give up, sweetie. He chose me. You know what? This 15-year-old girl is honestly giving my Aunt Mila every month.
Okay, you know what? She also fucking deserved it too. Then
yeah,
I'm just kidding. That's mean. She's a 15-year-old girl.
No. Okay, you're right. Okay, I'm feeling feisty right now, so I almost got
like in a funny way. Like fuck her, but also like she's a 15-year-old girl being.
She's a 15-year-old girl, and she's doing the thing that you and I have been guilty of like making a man the
and she doesn't realize that this disgusting man is taking advantage of her. Mm-hmm. She's so young.
And also, this is a bigger problem of women. We're taught to fucking hate each other.
We're taught to fucking hate each other. To be rivals, to not,
As soon as women can fucking wise up and not do that and outsmart the system in which we are being raised in, then that's when
they don't want us to win like that.
They fucking don't. So back to the kitchen, ladies. Okay, anyway, so every couple of days, her and her little bitch ass friend would DM me hate from fake accounts, and the bitch would send me snaps of them hooking up. Wow.
Stop.
I know she's 15, but that is rancid. That part was funny because I opened up that Snapchat while in bed with the absolute 10 I had just fucked. Meanwhile, she gets Sam, the Rufus from Kim Possible. Oh, naked mole rat looking ass Sam. This ended up funny because I looked back at her socials a few years ago and saw that little bitch friend who would DM and attack me with her died in a car crash. Rest in hell, bitch.
Woo. She said, rest in hell, bitch.
In all caps with a laughing emoji. So it's still giving the trauma needs to be resolved. But
this girl's wild.
This is wild.
I'm dead. And then not as dead as that girl in the fucking car accident.
Y'all think I'm crazy. Y'all think I'm the bully.
Rest in hell, bitch.
This girl, she really said, I looked back at this bitch's friend. She died in a car crash. Rest in hell, bitch. Oh, you heard it here first.
Also, that poor little girl, the 15-year-old, I mean, like, I wonder if she stayed with him, like where she's at now. Like, what a nightmare.
I like how now she's stepped back from it and she's like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, just like
fuck you to everyone.
Yeah, just
and this is what happens when you make a girl suck too much dick.
It is.
Here's the thing.
It is.
If you just let a girl just suck your dick, it is really fun to please your partner and to make your partner feel good. That is fun.
But you lost your soul sucking this stupid fuck's dick.
But when you start forcing it on, that's when you build up a hatred.
God.
You stoke the hatred flame in a woman's heart. Don't make us suck. We'll suck your dick, dude. Just fucking relax. Tatum or whatever the fuck.
Sam Gomez from Daily.
Not us getting him.
Fuck him. Fuck him. I'm so sorry. Is it done?
She told a story about Valentine's Day. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. Okay, we get it. But I'm sorry, girl, I'm not gonna read that. But okay, for revenge, I did torture that man for months. Pretty funny, actually. He was one of those guys who only cared about watching, not playing basketball, and his ugly ass Jordans, i.e., basically stupid and uneducated. So for months after the breakup, I threatened to report him for statutory rape because, well, that's what he did. This man would call and text me and beg and cry that I was gonna ruin his life if I did that.
Good.
And did our relationship mean so little that I would do that to him?
Yeah.
Yes. The reason I pointed out that he was uneducated was because her parents knew that they got together and didn't care. So if there was no one to press charges and pursue a case for statutory, then nothing could happen. Guess he was too stupid to do a Google search. Mentally tormenting him was fun. Love, 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 love you guys. I found your podcast like 2 weeks ago and listened to it while I do my art. Just finally caught up and stoked to hop on Patreon and hear everything I missed. Would love to see you guys do stand-up or live podcasts in San Francisco. Francisco.
That's awesome. Fuck yeah.
Bitch, if we do
Thank you for also writing in for being a 2-week listener.
Yeah, a 2-week listener, and you wrote it. This is that was
story.
so riveting. The emojis are so fucking funny. And when we eventually come up to the Bay, yeah, you have to come.
Can we name this episode "Rest in Hell, Bitch"?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll work it in.
That is so fucking funny.
It's so funny. God, that was just reminding me so much of my ex. And like, he was so awful and cheated on me so many times and then gaslit me into like.
And that's the one that would make you like sick from it.
Yeah, exactly. It was a nightmare. And I remember like finding out he was like the last breakup and then he like immediately started dating somebody new. And I showed up to his house at night, like crying, trying to open his door and was just like, I want to get back together after he like humiliated me. You know, and I was just like, but take me back. And he's like, I can't.
But, oh, God.
I can't, but I still love you. And I was like, please. Oh, I could have gone my fucking life without dating that motherfucker.
Yeah. It's hard because it's like, obviously we don't get a fucking undo button, but boy, if we did, there'd be, quite a few.
There would be quite a few. Do we have time for one more or should we just wrap it? Should we save it for a catch up? What are we at?
We're pretty long.
Oh, okay. Let's wrap it then.
Okay.
I'll save this story. This is a good story, though. We got a few really good ones left.
Yeah,
so
I have a few more to
come back.
Well, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this podcast. I know it was really rowdy, but you know what? We always fucking are. If you liked this podcast, or better yet, even if you fucking hated it, shit talk us to your friends. Send it around. If you loved it, it means you have great taste. Congratulations. Yeah. Please send this to someone that needs to hear some advice. Send this to your friend with the lowest self-esteem. Send this to your hottest cousin. Send this to your high school teacher just for a fun gag. I don't fucking know. Thank you guys so much for writing in, for listening. You guys can find our weekly prompts on Instagram at teatime 42069. And that's where we post the prompts every week. We're doing a live show in downtown San Diego, July 14th. There are a few tickets left.
We'll also have our first guest on the show July soon. In like 2 weeks, we'll have our first guest.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to start.
He is my friend. He's awesome.
There's a lot of new things happening with this podcast, but we're really fucking excited and we're growing because of you guys. And I know that sounds cheesy, but it's true. Mm-hmm. And I know I can be a haunted, mean bitch, but deep down, I'm actually really fucking sweet and I'm really appreciative of you guys. And I would never yell at you the way that I yell at Lee.
Never.
And join us on Patreon.
Yeah. Oh, you
guys. Please join us on Patreon.
Yes.
So we can pay our rent on time.
Yes.
We couldn't do this without you. So thank you.
And we love to see it.
Love to see it. Follow us on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. Come to shows, support. We love it. Yeah. I've been your host,
Mitch McConnell. And I've been Mitch McConnell's mole.